So today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me, and I'm actually going to talk through it. In my last video, I actually did a mini get ready with me of my face. So I think the face mainly is going to be very similar to what I did last time, except I'm using a different foundation. And then the eyes and the lips are going to be different. I think I'm going to do a fall inspired look. So yeah, let's start. So I'm going to begin by just clipping my hair out of the way because I already straightened my hair and I don't want to get makeup in it. So I'm going to begin by priming my face, and I use the Smashbox primer. It's the Photo Finish Foundation Primer Oil Free, and I'm just going to apply this to my face. I usually use that much, and I just use my fingers. I'm going to start off by color correcting under my eyes and anywhere else that I need. So I'm going to be using an orange peach tone color corrector, and I got a lot of questions regarding this from my last get ready with me. This is from MAC. It is the Prep and Prime pen, and it's in the shade Peach Luster. You do apply it anywhere that you want to cancel out darkness. I actually use it for redness as well. Like if I have a red pimple or something, I'm going to use this. A lot of people like to use green because green cancels out red, but I find this does the job just as well. So you're gonna apply this, and you're not gonna like rub it into your skin. You're just gonna pat it into your skin as if you're putting on a concealer, and then you're just gonna cover it with your concealer or foundation. It's not gonna show through your foundation or concealer. The orange completely gets covered up. Apply it under my eyes. Around my mouth. A lot of South Asian girls, we get pigmentation around our mouths. So I use color corrector around there on myself and on my clients. On my chin as well a little bit. And then just anywhere else you think you need it. I have some redness on my cheeks, so I just usually do a little bit. And that's how I'm gonna look right now. I feel like I've got pumpkin spice latte all over my face. Speaking of pumpkin spice lattes, I haven't had one yet. I think I'm gonna save it for like a special day because I'm only gonna have one. Last year I had one pumpkin spice latte. I was really good. So to blend this out, you can use a beauty blender. I like using my fingers for the orange corrector, and I use a beauty blender for the rest of my face. So I'm just gonna blend that out. You don't wanna rub it into your skin. I got a comment from a girl saying that she uses a green corrector and that she rubs it into her skin, and by then, and after she's done rubbing, you can't even see the green anymore. So you're supposed to see the green. You're supposed to overlay your product over the green. You don't want to like massage it into your skin. This isn't a moisturizer. You're just patting it on. You want the color corrector to be visible, because if you're rubbing it into your skin and the color is gone, then you basically didn't even correct anything. Next, I'm taking my concealer, and I'm just gonna apply that everywhere I applied the orange corrector and anywhere else I think I need it. So I'm gonna do it under my eyes. And I like doing concealer before foundation because I find that I use less foundation that way. I'll only use foundation where I need it. I love this NARS concealer. It is seriously the best concealer I've ever used. It's so creamy. It's the Radiant Creamy Concealer. It looks like a lip gloss, comes out like this. A neat tip for you guys is you can actually use orange lipstick as a color corrector. So if you have orange lipstick, try it out as a trick. There's another girl I watch on YouTube, her name's Reggie, Keeping Up with Reggie, and she did a tutorial on her channel where she used orange eyeshadow as a color corrector, and I think it worked out pretty well for her, so you guys can experiment. If you have really dry skin, I wouldn't recommend using orange eyeshadow because it's just gonna make you more drier. I would use a creamier product. But yeah, so this is my face with just corrector and concealer. The foundation I'm going to be using is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is my favorite foundation ever. I don't know what I would do without this foundation. And I'm in the shade 5.75. I get asked all the time what shade I am in foundations. So I'm using a Real Techniques foundation brush. I usually use a Sigma F80 Kabuki brush, but mine just broke recently. I'm waiting for a new one to come in the mail. And I'm just gonna buff this into my skin. Now I'm going to be highlighting under my eyes, and I'm using another MAC Prep and Prime product, and this is in Light Boost. I'm going to be doing this under my eyes and in the center of my face, basically like my T-zone area. So before I blend that away with a beauty blender, I like to let it sit on my face a little bit and get a little bit drier. I find the coverage is better because when it's really liquidy, I find it kind of just blends all over the place and kind of merges into your foundation, and then it's not as bright as I want it to be. So I'm gonna wait maybe like 30 seconds, take a sip of my drink. I think I've waited long enough for this. I'm gonna start blending it out now. For setting under my eyes, I'm going to be using a loose powder by Chanel. I'm going to be baking my face with this Chanel powder. So I'm just going to dip my damp beauty blender into the powder and then straight onto my face. For the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder as well as a MAC mineralized skin finish. This one doesn't have much color to it. This one has no color to it at all. And I'm going to be just mixing them basically all over. A lot of people ask me why I use so many powders on my face. I like to layer products and I like the look it gives me. Like this one gives me a little bit more color to my face. Whereas this one doesn't give you any color, but it does help making your face look a little bit more matte and keeping it that way all day, and that's what I like. You could just use one translucent powder all over your face and you're good, but this is just how I like to do it. I'm gonna take my mineralized skin finish and go over the rest. And they actually changed the packaging for the mineralized skin finish at MAC. It doesn't look like this anymore. It's all black and it has a mirror on the inside. So in case you guys wanted to go out and buy this and are wondering why yours doesn't look like mine, that's why. So I'm not touching under my eyes quite yet. Just doing the rest of my face. And for under my eyes, I'm lightly going to be dusting that powder away. I'm just going to be using one of these little fluffy brushes from MAC. So just look up and lightly fluff away the excess powder. There you go. All matte under my eyes. I'm going to be highlighting and contouring my face, and I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I love this. It's like my favorite highlight and contour palette. I just bought a brand new one. So they're all fresh new powders. And I'm going to be using the middle shade, which is called Lyric, the yellowy one, for under my eyes. For my contour, I use these two. Now I'm going to start contouring my face. Before I dig into the Shade and Light palette, I'm actually using another mineralized skin finish in the shade Dark. And this is like my warm-up contour, I guess you would say. And I'm using a MAC brush. It looks like this. All my brushes and numbers have like come off, so I'm not able to tell you guys what number brushes I'm using. So sorry about that, but it's a little it just looks like this. It's the best way I could explain it to you guys. Hair on my mouth. Anyways, but yeah, so just gonna go in and contour my face. bring some color back to my face because right now I look very ghostly. So now I'm gonna go into my Kat Von D palette, and I bought a new brush from MAC. It looks like this, and it is super thin, but it's still fluffy. So I'm gonna use this to contour my nose. So basically it's really easy. You could just go along the sides of your nose and give yourself a really nice contour. So I'm gonna be dipping into this middle shade. And the Kat Von D powders have quite a lot of coverage, so I don't want to get too much because I don't want like a harsh line on my nose, so I'm just going to dust away some of the product onto my hand. And yeah, let's do it. Super easy. Damn, I'm impressed. Already loving this brush. I know it's gonna become one of my favorites. Now I'm gonna do my blush, and I'm not sure what kind of a lip color I wanna do. I think I wanna do Kylie Jenner lip, maybe like Whirl lip liner. I also bought Whirl lipstick and I still haven't tried it yet, so maybe I'll do that. So I'm not gonna go too crazy on the blush. I think I'm gonna just use Buff from MAC. It looks like this. So just Buff, otherwise I would be mixing a bunch of colors, but today we're gonna stick to just Buff. I like to put my blush on the apples of my cheeks, but I also like to drag it like into my contour. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to be using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. So for my eyes, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going to be going back and forth between this Smashbox palette, the Mona palette, which you can no longer get, but you can buy each of these shades on the Anastasia website. I love this palette. I use it almost every time I do makeup. And then just my MAC eyeshadows, my neutrals, which I've put into this palette. So yeah, you guys can watch me do my eyes now. Okay, eyeliner is seriously the hardest part. I know my wings are totally a little bit off, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be doing lashes. So I'm going to curl my lashes using my favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous And then I'm gonna be doubling up a pair of red cherry lashes. These are the 605s, and I really like them because they're wispy, long, and thick all together, and I'm gonna be doubling them up. So while I'm waiting for my eyelash glue to get a little tacky, I'm gonna be doing a nude eyeliner in my waterline. I always use this NARS one. Love this stuff, it literally lasts forever. Somebody commented on one of my videos saying that I always do the same eye look with the winged eyeliner, but I like doing this. This is what suits me, suits my eyes. I don't like experimenting with bold colors and all that. I did a lot of that when I was younger, and I just find it doesn't suit me. Nude eyeliner suits me better than black in my waterline, and I love winged eyeliner. That's like my thing. So I'm gonna pop on my lashes now. I'm using some tweezers. Okay, I want you guys to see how amazing these lashes are, and I feel you can't tell until I look up like this. Love them so much. If I look down. So I'm gonna be using bottom lashes from Red Cherry. They're the 105s. They come on like a strip, like a little band, but what I'm doing is I'm actually cutting off the little individual pieces, and I'm gonna glue them on separately and only glue on as many as I think I need. So to wait for my camera battery to charge a little bit because it was dying, but I put on a little bit of the bottom lashes just up until there. They're so hard to put on. Like I said, it takes so much patience that I was like, there's no way I'm gonna go all the way in with these. I don't have the time for this. But I'm gonna do my lips and my lipstick. I'm gonna be using Whirl lip liner from MAC and Whirl lipstick, also from MAC. So yeah, and then I'm done, my whole face. I did go in and brush out the powder and foundation that was in my eyebrows, and then I just added a little bit of eyeshadow just in the front. I wanted my eyebrows to look a little bit darker, and then I set them with some hairspray, and that's all I do for my brows. I usually don't fill my brows in, but I wanted them a little bit darker today because I'm going to be taking pictures and I want them a little bit more noticeable. So yeah, I'm going to fill in my lips and do my lipstick, and I'm done this look.